Morning, my dear students. Welcome you all to this session. Today's class, we are going to continue with exercise 12.3 children. Last class, we have discussed it till 6th problem. Yes? So, you know what is the concept we have used in this exercise, right? What is the concept? It is unitary method. Yes? We have to find for the single quantity and you should find for the large quantity. Yes, that is the concept which we have discussed in this unitary method. You can take page number 259 in your NCERT textbook. Okay, now we'll start with the 7th problem. Okay, so what is the question given? Cost of 4 dozen bananas is rupees 180. Okay, 4 dozen bananas they have given. How much? Listen, cost of 4 dozen bananas is rupees 180. Then, how many bananas can be purchased for rupees 90? So, for 90 rupees, how many rupees you will purchase? So, that is what your question. Okay. So, how many kgs or how many weight of bananas bought for rupees 180? That is what your solution, right? Weight of bananas bought for rupees 180. How much you are getting for 180 rupees? So think what is the quantity? 4 dozen, right? 4 dozen means what is the actual value? 4 into 12. Okay, 4 dozen. 1 dozen is nothing but 12, but 4 dozen means 4 into 12. 48 bananas you will get for 180 rupees, correct? So, we have to find for 1 rupee how many bananas you will get, right? So, weight of or number of bananas you can write, not weight children. Number of bananas bought for it is not kgs, right? That's why I am not writing weight. It is number of bananas. So, 48 bananas are bought for rupees 180. Number of bananas bought for rupees 1 is 48 divided by 180. Yes, 48 divided by 180 you will get for 1 rupee. So, can we do the cancellation for that or can we directly solve the problem? No problem, we will just keep like this itself. So, we have to find the number of bananas which is bought for 90 rupees because for 1 rupee we found that it is 48 by 180. So, number of bananas bought for rupees 90. So, rupees 90 means how much? 48 by 180 into 90. Correct? See children, number of bananas bought for rupees 180 is 4 dozen. 4 dozen is nothing but 4 into 12. अब 4 12s are 48. So, now we should find for 1 rupee because we have to find for 90 rupees. So, number of bananas bought for 1 rupee is 48 divided by 180. Next, number of bananas bought for rupees 90 means 48 by 180 into 90. 1 times, 2 times. Then 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 fours are 8. So, you will get 24 bananas for 90 rupees. How many bananas you will get? 24 bananas you will get for 90 rupees. Okay, this is what your question. Okay, understood? Next, 8th problem. The weight of 72 books is 9 kg. So, for 72 books, what is the weight? 9 kg. So, what is the weight of 40 such books? If that is 40 books, what will be the weight? Okay. So, now we are going to find it. I am going to write the solution. The weight of 72 books is equal to 9 kg. Correct? The weight of 72 books is nothing but 9 kilogram. It is weight. That's why I am mentioning it here. Weight. But for this problem, I am mentioning it number because it's number of bananas. So, now we should find the weight of one book, right? Weight of one book is equal to how much? 9 by 72. Okay. Do we want to cancel it? 9 by 72 kg. Okay, because it is weight, right? So, it is kg. So we can do cancellation in what table we can do it? We can do it in 9th table. 9 ones are 9, 9 eights are 72, correct? So you will get 1 by 8 kilogram. So what is the weight of one book actually, children? 1 by 8 kilogram. So now we'll start with the weight of 40 books will be, because they asked what is the weight of 40 such books. So weight of 40 books is 1 by 8 into 40 kilogram. 8 ones are 8, 8 fives are 40. So a weight of 40 such books is nothing but 5 kilogram. Okay. So when you get the weight of this 40 books, it will be like 5 kilogram. Understood? Next is your 9th problem. What is the question? A truck requires 108 liters of diesel for covering a distance of 594 km. So a truck wants 108 liters of diesel for covering 594 km. How much diesel will be required by the truck to cover the distance of 1650 km. So when it wants to travel for 1650 km, how much diesel is required? That is what your question, okay? Now we'll write the solution for that. Solution is equal to quantity of petrol needed to cover, or we want to find, okay, quantity of diesel, sorry children, it is diesel, quantity of diesel required to cover 594 kilometers equal to how many liters? 108 liters is required to cover 594 kilometer. So if you want to find for 1650 kilometer, right? So we can find for 1 kilometer as usual. So quantity of diesel required to cover 1 kilometer. Quantity of diesel required to cover 1 kilometer is 108 divided by 594. 108 divided by 594. Can we cancel it, or we can directly go to the problem? Let me check it. Wait. 8 3s are 24. 2 2 3 you will get no. So 108 into 5, 8 4s are 40, 4 5. Okay, we'll do cancellation in 2 table. Okay, see, it is quantity of diesel required to cover 1 kilometer is 108 divided by 594. In 2 table, 2 5s are 2 4s are 2 2s are 4, 9 2s are 18, 7 2s are 14. Now we'll do with third table. 3 1s are 3, 8 3s are, then 9 7s are 9 7s are. Then in 9th table, 9 2s are 18, 9 11s are. So how many liters is needed? 2 by 11 liters of petrol is needed to cover 1 kilometer. Okay, but the question is we should cover for 1650 kilometer. Yes, what is the kilometer? 1650 kilometer. So quantity of diesel required to cover 1650 kilometers. Okay, now we are going to find the quantity of diesel required to cover 1650 kilometers. So 2 by 11 into 1650. Okay, now 11th table, 11 ones are 11, 11 ones are 5, 11 5s are 55, 0. So 2 into 150, 300 liters. So we need 300 liters of diesel to cover 1650 kilometers. Okay, so actually we need 300 liters of diesel. See, for this for 594 kilometers of kilometers if you want to cover, we need the diesel of 108 liters. So now for 1 kilometer, 108 divided by 594, we got 2 by 11. So for 1650 kilometer, we need 2 by 11 into 1650. So we are getting 3000 liters. Understood? Next is your 10th problem. Raju purchases 10 pens for rupees 150 and Manish buys 7 pens for 84 rupees. Can you say who got the pens cheaper? Okay, listen children. For 10 pens we know the amount. For 7 pen we know the amount. So in that we can be compared and see whether they got which is cheaper, like that. Can we compare it and see? No, only for the one quantity if the amount is given. For 1 pen the amount is given, and here also for 1 pen the amount is given, we can easily find whether it is cheaper, which is cheaper or not. Like that we can see it. Okay, so that we are going to find it. First we will do the Raju's purchases. Okay, Raju purchases 10 pens for rupees 150. Okay, Raju purchases 10 pens for 150. So Raju purchases 1 pen for how many rupees? Rupees 150 divided by 10. So for 1 pen how many rupees it is needed? Rupees 15 rupees. Okay, he is spending 15 rupees for 1 pen. Raju purchases 10 pens for rupees 150 children. So he purchases 1 pen for rupees 150 divided by 10. Appa 15 you will get. Correct? Next, I am coming to Manish. Okay. Manish buys 7 pens for rupees 84. Manish is buying 7 pens for rupees 84. Okay. He bought 1 pen for rupees 84 divided by 7. Correct? He bought 1 pen for rupees 84 divided by 7. 7 ones are 7, 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are 14. So for 1 pen he bought for rupees 12. So here Raju is buying 1 pen for rupees 15 rupees and Manish buying 1 pen for rupees 12 rupees. So in that, which is cheaper? Okay, which one is cheaper? Manish bought pens are cheaper. So therefore Manish got the pens cheaper than Raju. Okay, Manish got the pens cheaper than the Raju. Okay, we got the conclusion, right? So here for 10 pens amount is given, 1 pen amount we got. 7 pen amounts are given, 1 pen amount we got. So by using these two 1 pen amount, we compared it and we find that Manish has got the pens cheaper than the Raju. Understood? Next is your 11th problem. This question is also like comparison. Okay. Anish made 42 runs in 6 overs. And Anup made 63 runs in 7 overs. Who made more runs per over? Per over means in 1 over. Okay, in 1 over, whose runs was larger? Whose was higher? Okay, so now we can find for 1 overs, right? First, we'll write the solution. Runs scored by Anish in 6 overs. Okay, runs scored by Anish in 6 overs is equal to 42. Okay, so runs scored by him in 1 over. In 1 over, how we will find it? 42 divided by 6. Okay, 42 divided by 6. So 6 ones are 6, 6 sevens are 42. So how many runs he has scored in 1 over? 7 runs. Okay, Anish has scored 7 runs in 1 over. Next, runs scored by Anup in 7 overs is equal to 63. Runs scored by Anup in 7 overs is 63. So runs scored by him in 1 over how much? 63 divided by 7. So we can cancel this. 7 ones are 7, 7 nines are 63. So he has got 9 runs in 1 over. So who got more runs? In 1 over, Anish has got 7 runs. In 1 over, Anup has got 9 runs. So in this, who got larger? Who got more runs? Anup. Okay. Therefore, Anup has got more runs in 1 over. Anup has got more runs in 1 over than Anish. Okay, this is what the conclusion. Okay, listen children, this is your last problem of this chapter. Actually, this chapter is fully about comparison, ratio, proportion, everything. And we have dealt with one new concept called unitary method, which is new to you. So what you're doing is, you can once again recall the concept which we have taught in the class. So you will get a clear idea about this chapter, ratio and proportion. So you can start from the first exercise, and once you recall each and every concept. Okay, mainly you the concepts, proportions and all, it is new to you. So once again, you take a you can take an overview from first exercise till this problem. I hope you all understood, children. Thank you.